Hello everyone, it's me, it's Parky, and welcome to this very special edition of Super Late Saturday Update on a Monday. Because it is Monday, it's Monday the 18th. Hope you had all fantastic Easter weekend, as I have, because I have been to the Insomnia Gaming Festival, and I'm going to talk about it. For those of you who don't know, Insomnia is one of the biggest gaming festivals around, and it is a multiple stage event. It's usually it's either in Birmingham, sometimes it's in Edinburgh, sometimes it's in Dublin, sometimes it's even in Dubai and places like that across the world. So it's an absolutely fantastic, humongous organisation. It's a great way to connect with gamers, connect with organisations, find new products, play new games, just have a good all-round gamers weekend. So I have never been to an Insomnia festival before. So what I decided to do was go for the weekend. I plan to meet up with some content creators, just have a little bit of fun, have a good weekend this Easter weekend, because God knows I really needed it this weekend. So I'm just going to go through day to day what we did, and also what I liked, what I didn't like, and what I will do next time I go, because I will be going again. So let's get down to it. So I arrived into the NEC in Birmingham on the Friday afternoon. I got there a bit late, but I decided that I was going to go straight to the festival, check in the cloakroom for my suitcase, and then just get a feeling of the area, and obviously meet up with the phenomenal one, Rhys and Ben, who I'd never met before, but I knew he was a community member in Rhys's community, so I got a little bit of a wandered round. I found where the toilets were, the food, had a little watch of some games, spoke to a few people, just doing a little bit of dabbling around, not too much. I don't have much footage, I don't have many photos the first day because I literally just got off the train. I was tired. I stood up the entire way because it was Easter weekend Friday. It was busy as heck on the train. So I decided that now was a good time just to check into the hotel and just relax for the rest of the day, and then hit the festival hard on the Saturday. Saturday was an affair like any other. There was lots of cosplay, lots of stands were buzzing, queues were miles long for things like photo opportunities, tournament sign-ups, merch wins, lots of things going on. And me, Rhys the phenomenal one, and Ben decided that we were going to make it a day of all days. We started off and Rhys had a slot in with the Republic of Gamers to stream for an hour.
Do you want to check your phone to see if
Yes,
it's
we're going
working?
to check our phones, alright?
Right, I think that's it. I think I'm live. I'm live, yeah? Hey, let's go.
Which is an absolutely fantastic opportunity, and it's something that anybody who's a creator should do. These are what these events are for. They're for networking, they're for pushing the envelope of what you're capable of, and just getting yourself out there. And to have the ability to work with Intel and Republic of Gamers, and just to be allowed to stream for on the same, an amazing looking rig on the same spot as Twitch partners and YouTube creators and things like that, was a fantastic opportunity for him, and I'm really happy because it did really well, and and he enjoyed it. We enjoyed watching him.
Give us a wave. Go on, Parky, give him a wave. Whee.
We were always there for the lads, so it was very nervous. It was a very good start to the day. We also met up with some community members from the Sneak community, who Rhys is a part of. Lovely, open people, and we caught them bopping around the festival for the rest of the day. But they were only there for the one day, so we let them all get off while we just had a little bit of a mooch around and some drinks. We signed up. We played some Valorant as well across the weekend. There was lots of stuff going on with XL. We kind of stuck with XL mostly, which is where Rhys did his streaming from. They were doing LAN parties and tournaments all weekend, and it was really cool to see that you could just wander up, say hi, sit down at a rig, and just play a game, you know, and connect with people. It was really sweet, and that is something that I really take away from Saturday, especially, is the fact that you could just, everyone was so friendly. It was so lovely to see, and we just had a really good time. Saturday was a really good day. What else did we do on the Saturday? We just wandered around. We just spoke to people, had some food, and just generally enjoyed the day. Then we came around to Sunday. Sunday was a bit more of a black day. I want to say that it was like a recovery day, but what happened was there was always the end of the tournaments. There was the semis and the finals of all the LAN parties that were happening over the weekend. So pretty much people were very focused in on that. We basically looked at it like just a rest day, that we could just go around, wander around, and do little odd things and shop a little bit, have a few more drinks. Met another content creator as well. We'll speak about that later. And it was just a nice. Sunday was more of a chill day, but that's a brief overview. So from now, I'm literally going to go straight through, and we're going to look at what worked, what was good, what was inviting, what was a bit less, what I expected more from, and what I will personally do next time. And then I'm going to hit the end of it with the stars of the weekend and really drive home what the stars were for the actual Insomnia weekend. All right, things that worked and things that were good, things that I really enjoyed. Orgs. I mentioned it before with Excel, but there was a few organizations there who were really open, really friendly. It's not just to get their Discord numbers up, but really there to help, really there to let you play games and be parts of communities. I've been a part of a community before. It didn't really work out, but these guys really, face to face, they made you feel welcome. It was I got approached immediately as I was standing watching a Valorant tournament, which is just a friendly, just a custom match, and I got approached immediately and said, "Do you play?" I was like, "Yeah, I play. I enjoy it, but I'm not great." And neither were they. We bonded a little bit, and then they said, "Do you want to sign up? Would you like to play some games?" I was like, "Yeah, I would." And we just went from there. And every day I went back and said hello to them. And I'm actually joining the Discord now and hope to play some more games throughout the month. And that's the sort of interactions I really wanted to get out of it. Make friends, make connections, and just have some fun playing some games. The next thing that worked well was it was gamer focused. There was a few things, charities around, special effects charity were there. There was guide dogs there. There was lots of tabletop. Honestly, tabletop was really surprising. I didn't expect it to be as open as it was. Lots of snacks, lots of energy drinks, lots of really gamer focused products. It really opened my eyes as to what is gamer focused. And it really lit a fire under me that this is sweet. Some of this stuff is what I want to be involved in. I touched up on it a lot, but it's the friendly environment. Everyone was so open, welcome, and smiley, and no one was judging you for your ability not to be able to play a game or not knowing what certain things were. People were happy to talk about it, happy to teach you, and I was just so smitten to be involved at points. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm glad that you are having fun explaining it to me because I'm having fun listening to you. And that was just such an eye-opening environment for me. Coming from video games where things are quite toxic, especially in voice chat and things like that, that was really nice to see, and it really sort of gave me faith in the gaming community a bit. We spoke about it already when it is free games. Free games, there is every PC you can pretty much sit down at. There might be a sign up, there might not be. You can ask to sit down, you can play whatever you want, sign into your Discord, sign into your own account, and just play, interact with people, speak to them about systems, speak to them about PCs or consoles, lots of console there. We had Xbox, we had Nintendo, and also we had PlayStation there as well. There was lots of VR. So the VR was heavy as well. The VR kind of outweighed it or weighed up quite nicely with everyone else. And there was also opportunities to win things. Like you'd have to pay to sit down at a PC to then win things. Ben and I went to Intel every day, and we did a hot lap on grid motorsport, and it was a flying lap, and the fastest lap time wins a giveaway at the end of the day by 4 p.m. But even if you place on the board at third place, you still get a goodie bag from Intel and PC Specialist. We got to know the Intel guys, we spoke to them quite a lot, and that was cool. One thing that really did work for me as a big staple, and credit to the organisers and just Insomnia as a whole, was the location and the NEC itself. This facility and where it is placed is absolute prime location and really well worked for a festival like this. If you've never been, it's part of a big resort complex. So if you go into the festival, it's one big hall, the stage is in there, the stands, but outside there is also subways, there's a Weatherspoons, there's news agents, there are facilities for people who need access. And then you go further out. It was a lovely weekend. It was so sunny. So we went to the resort. There was bars, there was food there. So even if you wanted a break from being inside for 20-15 minutes, you could go out into the resort and actually have a wander around. And it was just a nice sort of juxtaposition to where you were going to be pretty much the entire day. I really enjoyed that. Not only that, the transport links were great. I stayed in a hotel at the airport, at the Ibis. A lot of people did. And you could just hop on a free tram at the airport and it took you straight to the NEC. So I used to be able to get up at 9:30 and be at the event before 10. That was showered, cleaned up, got ready, got on a tram and got to the NEC. You can't go wrong with that. Absolutely fantastic and a great spot for an event like this. Now, after I've bigged up the festival, we're going to get into what was less, or what I thought could be more. And, you know, no one's ever going to be happy at things like this. So these sorts of things really, I thought, needed to be a bit better, or, you know, I expected them to be better at the start. And the first one is as expected. We've had 2 years of pandemic, but it was the amount that was there. I've seen pictures of previous Insomnias at Dublin, around the world, and obviously at the NEC in Birmingham, and they were big. This was not. This, you could tell from the spaces that were around in the place, the way it was set up, that it wasn't as big as it usually is. And I understand, I really do. But when the prices go up and then you get less stands, and overall you are presented with a 4-day event, there's not 4 days of content there. It was too long for the amount that was there. We could have done this in 2 days and had a cracking Saturday, Sunday, but to have it from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then even today, I don't have the energy, the time, or even the money to be there for 4 days and then get that amount of content out. I just needed to be more or shorter. I think that would have been a great compromise. The stages, I went to a few of them. I saw there was quite a lot of esports there, and I saw some of the expos. They were a bit black. I thought they could have been a bit better, especially the main stage. The expo stage actually worked really well. It was like a nice open stage area, and I really enjoyed watching the live action D&D interaction with the audience. Watching them, I thought they were absolutely fantastic, and it was fun just to hold a beer and just to stand there and watch this unfold. And there was lots of like nice interaction things on the expo stage. The main stage, which was supposed to be like a big arena esports thing, it really wasn't that. Compared to photos of the previous years and then seeing this year, you could tell that the production value just wasn't there this time. And I understand why. I just think that trying to stretch that out over 4 days is asking too much of people. Especially when we've gone through it, I'd have preferred a packed 2 days, gone away going, oh, I'll do that again next year. But I feel like I walked around the festival way too many times and seen the same thing way too many times. Insomnia, would I go again? Yes. I would do things differently, but I would go again. I think it's great. But as a previous video I said about E3 becoming a thing of the past, this also, as an expo, needs to start becoming less about developers and less about companies like PlayStation and Xbox. It needs to become about community and gamers and things for gamers. PlayStation and Xbox and Activision developers aren't going to spend their time coming to places like this if they're not going to get anything out of it. The internet's for that. So this needs to continue to be a community level festival, which I think it's doing very well. It just needs to now bounce back next time even bigger. I would go again in a heartbeat. I'm not going to give it an out of 10 score because I don't do that, but I will definitely go again next time. Now to stars of the weekend. Now this is the bit that I kind of find that these are my opinions to what I found really, really great. It really stuck out for me, and I will shout the praises for, but also the funny things, the little things that really made my weekend great. Firstly, finding Jack Link's jerky. Holy heck, Jack Link's jerky being there and me thinking these are out of place, but they interacted with gamers, so it's a perfect snack to have. It's better than chips, it's better than something that's unhealthy. It's lean beef, try some. And I was holding a beer at the time, and the lady was like, take a sip of your beer, then eat that, and then tell me you don't want a pack of it. And I was like, you are a great saleswoman. I'm going to buy these, because they were absolutely fantastic. I've eaten them all now. I would show you a packet, but I've eaten them all. So they lasted literally less than 24 hours. So Jack Link's jerky, 100%. 2-pint cups. Apparently they're not a thing all over the world. The 2-pint cup was the savior. Go to a bar, 2 pints in 1 cup, wander around. I don't advocate for heavy alcoholic drinking, but it was a lifesaver to wander around and not have to Like, just it was also a talking point. People made it a talking point after I got one, and then Rhys and Ben got one with cider in it, and people came up to us going, "Where do you get them from?" And it became a talking point from everybody, and then we got to meet people through the love of a 2-pint cup. It was great. And then we're going to look at stars for content. I'm going to call out Goose House Games. Goose House Games, what a nice, lovely open community. They had a Valorant set up with Red Bull sponsorship, and it was just so nice just to be a part of. To jump into the Discords and just get to talking to people about a game that you do like. Anybody jump in. It doesn't matter who you are. Get in there, have a little bit of fun and get to know people. And they were hugely advocating for that, and they were always busy, which is not a surprise. Goose House Gaming, check them guys out. Also the speedrunners. The speedrunner stand was something I thought that I'm going to gloss over. I'm not going to be interested in any of this, but it was really interesting. I never really looked at speedrunning as something I'd like to watch. I've seen it done on YouTube. It doesn't really catch my vibe. But then watching a guy go through Metal Gear Solid, the first one, speedrunning it, and then explaining things as you go was just like, it really drew me in, and I spent more time there than I did in other places. Like, it was quite high up on my list. I was like, so speedrunners. And then I'm going to try and show the video. Hopefully the video still works, but it was Pong. There was a Pong table, which was made by Atari, but it was an arcade Pong table up to date. And I had so much fun playing that Pong machine. And me and Ben played it a few times, and it was just fun to watch. People gather around, and everyone was watching you play the oldest game ever in the newest form, and it was just so fun. Like the little things like that really stuck out for me. And of course, the shout outs to stars of the weekend. Obviously, I'm going to shout out my boys Ben and Rhys. I've got their links down below to their socials and their Twitch channel. And at the end, we did bond over 2-pint cups, and somebody who Rhys met through the creator passes, which is Antitinkerbell. We bonded over 2 pints cups. We sat down, we chewed the fat, we talked about content creation, what's good, what's bad about it, what makes it better, but also just general things. And I'm not going to repeat some of the things, but it was just a good crack, and I can't wait to meet up with that person for a bit more of a time, and then we can all just chew the fat again and all have some drinks and play some games, because that's a great connection. That's what this festival is about to me. That's what we should do, and that's what we should do as a community going forward. I really enjoyed that interaction. So thank you, Antitinkerbell, and obviously Rhys and Ben too. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to leave it there. If there's anything that you found really good at Insomnia, if you went, or if there's something that you want to ask a question about, please drop it in the comments below. Please DM me on Twitter, on Instagram as well. And I will be coming back to Twitch very soon once I do my rebranding. But for now, have a fantastic rest of your Easter break and be very good eggs. I love you all. See you soon. Mwah. Goodbye.